Episode 11, the first swim meet. The sun began to rise. Today was going to be the busiest day of practice. We must get prepared. This is my very first race, and I just don't know how to feel. Somehow I feel nervous, and the stress is just looming over me. I won't let it take over right now, but I just packed my bag with all my essentials. I put the swimsuit under my clothes. I also have my brother's old swim cap that he wore back when he was in Samezuka Academy. It actually fits my head too. My brother is still in Australia. He won't see me, but I just want something that reminds me of him. So it's like that he's cheering me on from a distance. Someday I will show Rin how I swim too. Hana-chan saw how prepared I was, and she was getting ready too. Both of us decided to do it together. I did not prepare breakfast, so I've decided to get something quick to eat before we head to class. I was back at the photography class again, and I submitted many pictures of the pools and the ocean, and even footage from the aquarium. As Makoto does love to go there, it seems to be our favorite dating spot with me. He really wanted to show me the sharks. It so happened that the shark he showed me there was also a mackerel in the tank too. While in class, I was focusing and concentrating as usual. I tried to make a mental map of my brain of the pool and what I should do before I dive in. What if I lose? What if I win? I need to be like how Makoto is sometimes, he just embraces the loss and failure. But I need to embrace the victory when it does happen. No matter the odds, I need to continue to have faith in myself and my team. Hana-chan met back with me and we headed over to the refurbished pool. Satomi, Nagisa, Seimaru, and Rei were already there, so we said hello. Hey girls, let's sink or swim to the street sharks is what Satomi said. What exactly is that supposed to mean? I asked her. She told me that Nagisa and her were watching some clamstock videos before Hana-chan and I arrived there. Attention swimmers, I said. Let's get down to business. No time for chit-chat about pointless viral videos. Together, we practice a routine of the best swimming abilities across the schedule, I sternly exclaimed. With and I hold Hana-chan's paper regimen in my hand. First off, Satomi, 100-meter breaststroke. On it, Captain, replied Satomi. Chigusa, on the butterfly. And she told me she'll give it her best shot. Seimaru, I know you're an expert on the side stroke, but for this race, I need you to do regular freestyle for this practice. Seimaru nodded in agreement. And I will do the toughest backstroke. And I'm doing this for you, Mako. Wish me luck. He hadn't arrived yet from his shift from work, but it will end soon, and then he'll meet up back with us there. Alright, let's get started. We had our hands raised up in the sky. Satomi and Sei practiced their strokes in the different lanes. Rei timed it, and it turns out that Satomi was a little faster by Sei just by a hair. Just before Hana-chan and I practiced, we end up doing our own attempt of my brother and his best friend Sosuke, also a friend of Hana-chan and I's signature high-five handshake. Maybe not as good as them, but I consider Hana-chan just as good of a friend as So was to my brother. I wonder how So is doing these days. Great work, everyone! Ganbatte ne! Work those muscles, I yelled. Nagisa was watching those videos again on his phone. Hana-chan and the girls went over to check on Nagisa. I clearly don't want him to become addicted to those videos. The video we saw had a young lady with pinkish hair who was from Shimogami University, as she wore the same swim jacket I saw Ikuya wore in some of the photos. Hello, it is me, Ebina Kageyama. Hello, Internet. I overheard there's a new swim club, so I'm excited. I'm excited to face this challenger. You icicles better cheer me on. My polar bear has me prepared for this moment. Let's go face them. Nagisa, drop the phone. This Ebina is a challenger. It's a warning. I can't believe this. This feels so great. Possibly, I might have my first swimming rival. Listen up, team. Our first rivals are going to face us tomorrow. So my swimming to continue to get better looking. I'm looking forward to finally compete against someone else. Deep down, though, I feel hopeless. This is certainly not the first time this has happened to me. I've been feeling this for a long time. It can corrupt my dreams at times. My anxieties of the past from last year, and even memories of the time when my brother was overprotective. He hurts me sometimes, and sometimes he can act so cold or distant. I love Rin, but I don't know why he ignores me lately. I'm about to break down. Satomi-sei and Chigusa stood over me as I started to hide by sitting alone in the locker room. I feel like I'm not qualified for this. I wanted to cry. Hana-chan told me to not cry, that she would, and Satomi wanted to help me out. Hana-chan then said, all I can say is that when we met each other a while ago in Sano Middle School, it was rough time for both of us. But she always longed to be an athlete. But I know she felt a lot of fear, is what she told Satomi. Hana-chan also wanted to cry with me. Satomi said, it seems like you guys been through awfully a lot. If only Ikuya could mend my relationship. It was nice that he complimented me that weekend. I just wish he could talk to me, and I could tell him how I feel. Satomi also looked like she was getting quite somber herself. Makoto finally arrived from his work shift was just ended, and he saw how sad all of us were, and he came close up to me, and he said, "Are you all right, my darling?" he asked me with concern. I've been down. I feel useless, I told him. There's emotions that I might need to tell him soon in private. Makoto tried to wipe my tears. He patted me gently on the head, and he said these kind, encouraging words. You made it this far, but you're not a quitter. I believe in you, and I will be there for you, is what he said in his calm demeanor. Hana-chan, and then Rei said, Hana-chan, it's okay. You don't have to worry about your friend. How about you keep practicing swimming with me? I have a couple of workouts in mind, Rei said as he came over to Chigusa. Nagisa also chimed in while smiling, saying something like, You dudettes rock, to Satomi and say, The words of encouragement were all we needed to just pick ourselves back up to practice once more. We swam a regimen together, and we called it off for the day. Makoto needed help with his homework again, so I had to come over his place. I was thinking about whether or not I could tell him some of my feelings privately. There were a couple things I did tell him, but I still didn't tell him the full story of what exactly happened to me and Hana-chan back in middle school. He will have to learn the truth soon. I suffer greatly at times with my anxiety, and it can be hard to explain. It can stab me in moments that I just don't expect it to. My boyfriend, Makoto, is a sensitive guy in his own ways. I mean, he has a whole list of 100 fears. I was happy to lie down with him and fall fast asleep. I had no energy to go back to my place, but he definitely sleeps like a little baby. I feel very comfortable being next to him too. We woke up together the next morning. I technically got up before he did, but he started to get ready. Luckily, I brought some of my hygiene stuff to get ready. Makoto then got up shortly after, and I made us both breakfast. After we ate, we walked down to the pool together. The rival team, this Ebina character, was arriving at our pool. And this was the morning just before my next class. Makoto checked on me to see if I was feeling any better, and I did give a slight yes to him. I do feel better about this match, but after Seimaru and Satomi practiced our strokes just before, the rival team just arrived. And when they arrived, oh boy, was it the most dramatic entrance with smoke effects, spotlights, and the whole glitz and glam. They introduced themselves as the Polar Plunge. I am the Captain Ebina Kageyama, the sister of the president of the Soma fan club. I'm the older sister, to be exact. My specialty is backstroke. Go Matsuoka, you are going down. Is that so? I said to Ebina. I am Go Matsuoka. I am the team captain of the Tides That Bind. I will swim backstroke out of love and justice. Your name sounds like a shrimp. Watch out! I'm a shark and I will bite ya, I said in response. And Ebina just laughed her typical matter. The next member was an aspiring idol in training, as her dad was the head of the sand idol industry. She is known as the Siren. Her name was Arisa Shinbei, and she said, I swim butterfly and let me see you cry. Satomi then introduced herself. I am the vice captain and cardio trainer, and I'm as playful as a sea lion. I swim the breaststroke with my killer K-pop beats. The next member of the Polar Plunge was named Ayumi Ain Kunikita. I might have some weight on me, but I do love to swim. I'm not a sumo, but I'm a samurai when it comes to freestyle. I'm as brilliant as the manatee. Hana-chan was next introduced. I was once on the track team, but now I'm blossoming out of my cocoon to swim butterfly. I'm also the club manager too. My name is Chigusa Hanamura. The fourth member of the Polar Plunge I am known as the jellyfish because of my stinging ability to outsmart and infiltrate computers. My specialty is breaststroke. You call me Hitojo. Seimaru acted too shy to introduce herself, but then she was able to do that after encouragement of Nagisa and I. She took a deep breath and began. Greetings, gentle dwellers of the pool. I am Seimaru Ryota. I swim free at times on my sides, so be careful when I sneak behind. Now that the introductions were out of the way, let the race commence. Take your marks. Ready, set, go! To be continued.